But
What do you
that's
mean
what's
you
so
didn't buy
cool,
5 and
right?
eat 4 of them in the car?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I for sure, like, before the medicine, though, like, I remember I was telling the story. I was on a podcast recently, and I was telling her kind of the story about how I used to I never I would say this, like, I have met people on this show, that have said, "I hated myself." I never hated myself because my mom wouldn't let me hate myself ever,
I hated
you
myself.
know? Like, I would say I'm this, and that, and self-talk that way, and she would go, "No. You are beautiful. You are smart." Like, she would not allow it. It did not, and this is the size of you. This is what's going on right now. This is not forever. You are gorgeous. She would not allow for it. But there were times where I would hate this about myself. And these are two different things, right? And I'm trying to teach Warren that now as he's building his sort of sense of self, because I think that helped me a lot to be resilient with this frankly awful disease, right? And I think I want other people to find that and learn that you don't hate yourselves, you hate this about yourself. And ultimately, this is a disease and it is not your fault. And when you're on these medicines and you kind of have these moments of realization where you're like, this is what it's supposed to be like, you can't help but wonder when we're talking about food and recipes and all these things, what is it in this food that is exacerbating this issue, right? I hope I'm using the right word, that we clearly all have, right? What is it that leads us to this level of insulin resistance, right? What is it that eventually leads us to where, because like a lot of people don't realize that extra adipose tissue, right, within your body, especially around your stomach, that's an organ. It's an organ. It excretes a literally a hormone, several hormones, and it affects your entire body. And that is the obesity. Like that's the actual thing, and you can try to shrink that as much as you want, but fat has memory. And I feel like if people can kind of understand that that's what it is. We're talking about organs in your body. Like they are talking to your brain and your brain is talking to them and you don't have anything to do with it. And so that white knuckling, Sam, that you're talking about, right? That's your brain trying to fight back to
Mhm.
get you at a weight where, from metabolically perspective, you're going to survive, right? The famine that's never going to come. And I think that a lot of people just don't understand it. And that's like what I really try to talk about because it's very complicated and definitely too complicated for a 3-minute TikTok and
Yeah,
people's attention span these days. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, the psychological component of it is like and it's none of this exists in a vacuum, it's all compounded upon each other, the psychological component mixed with diet culture and society in general, and for some reason, society loves to just, like, hate women and never let them be happy. You know what I mean? Like, it's this crazy thing, and since being on this medication, I can't say I never have a bad body day or a body dysmorphia or a on a Monday I put on a dress that I love and on Wednesday I'm like, I hate this, like it's life and I'm a woman, whatever. But I've gone from like every single racing, chaotic thought of every day being about my body or how I'm looking or how I'm being perceived or if I sit this way or if I wear this thing or if I can't eat I want to eat this, I'm hungry, I want a burger, I want protein, but I'm with all these people and I should eat a salad so they don't judge me. Like the the peace and the level of just like true harmony that it gave back to me that that's not my inner dialogue 99% of the time now, maybe it's like 5% of the time is like truly worth worth any side effect is worth anything I've experienced like
Yeah.
negative in the journey of it all, you know what I
Agreed.
mean?
Yeah. And I
And
think there's a lot of people that start on the medicine and they don't have proper guidance from a clinician or the Plus Size Podcast. And when they do, they get through those like weird places of where you need to adjust,
yeah,
right? Whether it's supplements or what you're eating or what you're drinking or how you're sleeping or if you're eating before the medicine or when you take or what time you go to bed or whatever it is, they don't have anybody necessarily to guide them through that. And so they just quit.
yeah,
Right. And so they don't get the chance to realize, like, I think a lot of these different things. I gotta tell you though, sometimes I talk about this, guys, family, just like quick moment. I feel like I'm a drug pusher. Like I'm on here. These people don't even pay me. I'm
And
over
it's
here being like,
working.
hallelujah, GLP-1 therapy.
well,
You
let
know?
me
I feel like
listen.
such a pusher.
Maybe, but you're not like a lobbyist for a specific company. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Like
but I do lobby for all of them. Kinda.
right.
I mean, like, kinda,
Because
like with the
you
Obesity
take
Action Coalition, you
you
know?
take the drugs and the drugs are working. Do you know what I mean? Like that is the core of it.
And
Is
the
like
drugs are working.
in the same way that like I feel like the like mental health has had such like a really good exposed maybe movement if you want to call it that over the last like decade where people are just, like, being so much more open about, like, "I take
Yeah,
SSRIs," or "I take these," which is very helpful and very needed because
yeah.
it's the idea of normal where we're all, like, very much so starting to understand neurodivergency and is that a right word?
Yes, it is.
Neurodivergency? Anyway,
Neurodivergency, yes.
we're
Yeah,
starting to understand that in a mass way.
yeah,
So, like, is someone a drug pusher if they're like, "Hey, if you're depressed and need medication, that's okay?"
yeah,
No, they're
no.
a health advocate
But
and
in
they
all
have their
fairness,
eye there
I
too.
do also, like, have a whole show about it, like, but sometimes
True.
it's